All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, we are going to be in the 140-something pound division, where Teofimo Lopez has something to say about Gervonta Davis and actually calls out people for the treatment of Gervonta Davis. I can't believe it. Almost makes me want to forgive him for doing the ridiculousness that he's been doing to promote his fights as of late. But let me tell you, almost, not quite. However, it's definitely worth talking about it. So let's do that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, we're going to talk about one of the circumstances in boxing where, you know, you can use this phrase, a broken clock is right twice a day. In this case, the broken clock is Teofimo Lopez, who goes to the defense of Gervonta Davis and tries to quell some of the ridiculousness that's out there on Gervonta Davis, as he says, look, man, y'all are just hating on Gervonta. Me hating on him because I'm a fighter that wants to fight him and trying to get a fight with him, that's one thing. But the stuff you guys are doing is absolutely ridiculous. And I got to tell you that I agree with Teofimo Lopez. Now, before I get into the details, please welcome back to the channel if you're a longtime subscriber and supporter. And thank you to everybody that supports in the Cash Apps of the videos or the super thanks of videos like this. It really goes a huge way towards supporting the channel. So thank you guys so much for your support. But let's get into this because there is an entire industry in boxing. And I think this industry is probably more responsible for the decline of boxing than any other thing, any other group of people in the sport. And that's the boxing media. The boxing media who always want to tell you what you should think. The boxing media that complains about boxing almost 24/7, at the same time acting as if they love the sport. One of the things that you will often see from the media, though, is when they have a bad guy, somebody that the media does not like for whatever reason. They may not like them because of their personality. They may not like them because of their skin color. They may not like them because of who their promoter is. They may not like them because they're fighting somebody else that they really like a lot more. Whatever the case is, boxing media on a regular basis skews the opinion in favor of or against certain people. And Gervonta Davis is just the latest example of it. We've seen it before we didn't see it because we weren't alive at the time of Jack Johnson. We weren't at the time, alive at the time of Sugar Ray Robinson. Definitely, I was alive during the time of Ali, Mike Tyson, Floyd Mayweather Jr. Trust me, when these guys get on the bad side of these journalists, the bad news, the bad press, all of that stuff that they get never, ever ends. And that is where Al Heyman put Floyd Mayweather Jr., who put Gervonta Davis in that. So after a draw, and this is what Teofimo Lopez said, he's like, all these people talking this craziness about Tank need to go away. All the man had was a draw. You know what I'm saying? He was like, it's not even that he lost. Think about it. As bad as they talk about Gervonta Davis, how he needs to do this, he's that, he's bad, he's this, he's that. The man, they did all of that stuff off of a draw. It's not even like the man lost the fight. The man had a draw, and they tried to go through all kind of stuff to get the man's title taken away from him. They petition the New York State Athletic Commission to overturn the fight, to disqualify Gervonta Davis for having hair grease, in the ring. It was absolutely bananas. So it's nice to hear Teofimo Lopez, at least Teofimo Lopez, and I also hear a good amount of it from Shakur Stevenson, because Shakur Stevenson also came to the defense of Gervonta Davis, well, also to himself, where after Terrence Crawford had enough nerve to say that Gervonta Davis had enough nerve to say that that Gervonta Davis but isn't a top 10 pound for pound fighter. I'm sorry, I had a sneeze in the middle of my video, so I lost track a little bit. But the long and the short of it is that Teofimo Lopez defended Gervonta Davis, even though he was getting blown out and getting talked about bad, really, really bad for a draw. Shakur Stevenson also defended Gervonta by telling Terrence Crawford that Terrence Crawford was tripping by saying that Gervonta Davis needed and he needed to be on a Canelo Alvarez Terrence Crawford undercard if Gervonta Davis wasn't so cocky. Well, I thought it was interesting for the response to come from Shakur, who was saying, "Nah, man, me and Gervonta, we're going to be the biggest fight in all of boxing." It's nice to see that a couple people around the division of Gervonta that could possibly fight Gervonta, because Teo could fight him, Shakur could fight him, that they both have enough sense to know that they should not add on to the tearing down of the value of Gervonta Davis if they ultimately want to fight the guy. So it's nice to see at least the people that want to have a chance to get in the ring with the real face of that division, or the face of that, that general weight class. I say, people say about face of boxing and all that stuff. It's just so hard to pin that down when you don't really have one guy that's really totally transcending the sport, right? So like when Floyd was there, Floyd transcended the sport. So he was clearly the face of boxing. I don't think either really Gervonta at this stage or Canelo is really doing that at that stage. But Shakur and Teofimo know that that's the cash cow around them. And it's smart for them to big the guy up, man, and try to counterbalance at least a little bit all of the ridiculousness going on about Gervonta Davis. It's absolutely crazy. On a side note, though, I have to say that it's been very, very interesting watching this investigation I've been telling you guys about. And I'm probably going to do a video about Yellow Beezy and Errol Spence Jr. and the whole Mo 3 thing. But just the subject matter of itself makes me think about how glad, people who are football players and baseball players must be that they don't have to deal with that stuff in the sport that they actually have going on. Where in American boxing, man, it's absolutely crazy what's going on, man. It's absolutely what's crazy going on in those gyms. It's absolutely crazy going on with the intimidation. To have the idea that Mo 3 would be chasing a professional boxer, trying to shoot a professional boxer. It's just, oh man, it's just absolutely crazy. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. I say shout out to Teofimo Lopez and Shakur Stevenson for keeping it a buck. Please let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out. Deuces.